Unmute, John.
Hey, everybody.
I knew he was going to do that.
I do too.
We finally all got in the habit of muting during the intro music. And no, we're going to talk right after we're muted anyway. Oh, that'll take some getting used to. Oh, boy. Another week. A surprise or two, I suppose. Right? I mean, tunnel rat for the Walmart orders on Friday was, I don't know, a surprise for some, I suppose, but it was leaked, 2 days early? So
Yeah.
it was still last week, so that was a bit of a surprise. I don't know how surprised we can be with a repaint that I think everybody saw coming. But to be honest with you, it's actually a very nice repaint. I looked and I looked and I looked again. It's actually a nice figure. That's a good version of Tunnel Rat. So you know what? Don't have a lot to complain about there. Anyways, let's see. Well, New York Comic Con was this past weekend. I guess we can discuss that. I have to be perfectly honest with you. I was extremely disappointed with everything Mr. McFarlane. There's your weekly. Everything that Mr. McFarlane went ahead and. No, you will not be seeing Emmeett tonight. Emmeett had some technical difficulties earlier, and he is not accompanying me because unlike the old TVs, when you whack them on top, things clear up, No, that wasn't working. So he doesn't get to his picture didn't come in clear. So no, he's not joining us.
So, wiggle them rabbit ears around.
Yeah, I grabbed him by the ears and it didn't work. It just made it worse, actually. So, I mean, then he started making this weird squealing noise. It just made it worse. So, no, I don't know. I was disappointed with what the Todd father had to show. One figure showed up today on pre-order that I'm interested in. But other than that, I didn't see him show up with much of anything. But I guess we can go over that later. You got anything specific, guys? Anything this week?
I gotta like I said, I got the things I picked up this week.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
That's all I really got too.
Yeah, I didn't know if you guys anything at Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con had caught your eyes that you just can't live without.
I haven't even looked at
the word of Alpine. That's all.
Yeah, that's a cool thing. Yes.
Yeah, I've been so busy this week, and I didn't even thought about Comic-Con. I hadn't looked at anything other than what I've seen on Facebook, which ain't been much. I'm surprised a lot of people ain't posting things on there. But
I don't think there was a lot to post, honestly.
I think the biggest thing for Joe collectors was that mothership, Super 7 mothership. But
$500.
Come on, y'all.
$100 in shipping. $100 in shipping. And depending on what state you live in, so I saw a post today. One person pointed out it was by the time he paid his tax, he paid his shipping, and he was doing better than us on tax. It was $625.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Man, that's collecting on a different level. If you can do that just before Christmas, I mean, seriously, that's just not.
My only thing, I'm glad it's not Hasbro. Because I like the Super 7 stuff, but I don't have to have it like I do the Hasbro stuff.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I guess I don't have to have it neither. But if it's Hasbro, it's official to me, and I'm like, well, I got to have the official stuff.
Right, it's canon, right? Yeah,
there you go. It's canon.
It's canon. If it's Hasbro, it's canon.
Right.
Which actually kind of makes sense in a weird way. I saw a post today. Somebody was going, rah, sis, boom, bye. We absolutely positively should be backing this because if Hasbro sees this fail, we're never going to get any more 3 3/4. I don't buy that. I don't think Hasbro's paying one lick of attention to what Super 7 does or doesn't do. As long as they pay the licensing fee every month or whatever, they don't care.
Yeah. And Hasbro's not going to do something, I don't think, with a $500 price tag on it. You see what they've done so far; they've kept it below $350, and I just don't think they'll do anything. People say, "Oh, we won't get a Terradrome or all this from them." You're probably not going to get a Terradrome from them anyway.
Probably not.
Well, I don't know if these guys have paid attention to the OG Terradromes, but they're not $900 anymore. So you can get good Terradromes for under $5. I mean, very good Terradromes for under $5. Why would Hasbro do that? Why would there's enough of them to go around. Everybody that wants a Terradrome could have one. Even if it's a fixer-upper, you can have a Terradrome. I think Hasbro is going to focus on things that they've not done before, which is classified line, honestly. Good Lord. If memory serves, and it almost always does when it comes to this stuff, they made everything that they possibly could in a whole lot of stuff that they probably shouldn't have in the original 82 to 94 line. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to revisit much of anything. And post 88, it's out there for easy pickings. So
I seen one guy post on one of the groups that the O-ring's dead, that Super 7's the one that's going to keep it alive and all that. So, what do you mean it's dead? There's literally a pre-order for the Thunder Machine with Zartan and Zarana O-ring figures, right? The Transformers mashup right now.
I'm beginning to wonder if O-ring is ever seriously going to die. I bet the O-ring line has got more longevity left in it than classified.
Probably.
I mean, honestly.
I worry about some of these people, man. Really, I do.
Well, I think they're younger collectors. I don't think they've been around long enough to actually know much of anything that they're talking about.
You can definitely tell about that they're young.
Yeah, and I don't think huge numbers of them. I honestly don't think they have the sentimental attachment to this stuff that we do anyways. And we do by the millions when I say we do.
Oh, yeah.
So, no, I just don't see it. I think they're going to be around for a while.
Myself, I love the vintage O-rings and all. They were great. They were what we had when we were kids. But I would, if I'm going to do anything 3 3/4 or 4 inch, I'd rather it be the 25th style.
Me too. Because there's still a lot that could be done to be affordable.
Right. Because
some of those show exclusives are characters that should have been done, but you can't touch them. I mean, some of those show exclusives are, and club exclusives. They're $300 or $400 a pop. And you can't enjoy them because you have to keep them on the card because you have to buy them on the card at that amount of money. No, I mean, so at this point in time, I have to be honest with you guys, even though, man, don't get me wrong, I'm probably not done, but I've been griping an awful lot about the speed at which Hasbro has been dropping the classified. And I have to tell you guys, I'm still really enjoying classified. I really am. All of this stuff is showing up on clearance now. Blah 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 blah. Great, go buy it. Congratulations. But that doesn't mean the line is dead, and that doesn't mean it's slow. I don't even see it slowing down just yet.
I just gotta update. My wallet is still on life support, by the way.
Mine's been dead for 3 days.
Go ahead, Dave. What were you saying?
No, I was just that this is a portrait of my wallet right here. I'm enjoying the line. I really am.
I am too.
I just am. I like to see the classic takes. I'm very curious, very excited for the retro carded. But I really, really like these modern takes on these figures because you can still pick them up and tell you who it is.
Right.
We haven't seen one figure that you can pick up and go, I don't have any idea who that is. Right?
Kind of like whenever they did the Spy Trooper stuff, I've been looking through a lot because I wasn't collecting them, but I've been looking through a lot of pictures of those, and I'm like, who is this guy? I can't even really tell who he really is, like that one version of Shipwreck, I couldn't, they said Shipwreck, and I'm like, that don't even look like Shipwreck to me.
Right.
He had no, he had a goatee, and I don't know, it just was really weird to me how he looked.
I had to modernize them.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s, goatees weren't really that big. It was more the mustaches and all, and the full beard.
Oh yeah. You had to have a full beard or Magnum PI. You were sporting that. Sporting stash. You had to have stash. Like you didn't have the Ferrari or the mansion in Hawaii, but you might have had the stash.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, Mr. T had the most facial hair of anybody in the 80s.
And left in his head.
And yeah, because that was like speed striped up around his noggin and everything else. So
I guess Roadblock had the little patch under his chin.
he had a little soul patch there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. the original and
Yep, he did. He had the version 2 had a mustache too, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, the first one had a mustache and a little patch, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I could never find him now.
It's funny how your mind goes blank on these things when you're sitting there.
Well, yeah, because it's weird because you kind of get used to seeing them. If it was missing, you'd spot that in a second.
Yeah, you would. You
right. But now it's just.
That's what the only classified what you were talking about that you look at and couldn't tell who it was is the Cobra Island Roadblock. I never would have known that was Roadblock if I.
No, that's heavy duty, man.
I would have guessed
heavy duty, right?
I would have guessed heavy duty if I'd seen it. Right. Even though the original heavy duty didn't even have a beard, I would have still guessed it was more heavy duty than it was Roadblock.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you this right now, even like Kamakura, a lot of us still would recognize Kamakura because you know what? The Blaylock run was 20 years ago, so we would have recognized Kamakura. This Wolf Spider and Shooter. No one, of course, is going to recognize Wolf Spider because it's brand new. Yeah. Shooter from the 25th fan club, was it, John? Or convention?
No, she was the 50th Toys R Us in the 2-pack.
See, I still call those 25th figures. I probably shouldn't, but I do.
Yeah, that's what I call the whole run, really. 25th.
Yeah, I kind of do too. But and a lot of people know Shooter. Wolf Spider, you can't. Even this Ganja Man there. I'm telling you, I'm doing a video about Ganja Man. Shadow Tracker. I'm doing it. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to give him the voice from the Predator 2 movie. It'll be actually I'm seriously, I'm looking at well, you know what? Arctic Bat. Arctic Bat is foreign, but you can tell it's a bat.
Right.
But everything else is identifiable. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, I know who that is. Yeah, I know who that is. I know who that is.
Arctic Bat, you can see him because you can just see he's a bat,
Yeah, exactly.
So he was great to me.
They're killing it. Even that Amazon Storm Shadow, it's just similar enough to V2 Storm Shadow that you can go, that's Storm Shadow.
The Arctic Storm Shadow?
Yeah. You don't question it.
More like the Ninja Force Storm Shadow to me.
That's what I thought it was when I first saw it. Then I saw it said Arctic on it.
Yeah.
Because he had the white with the black kind of
fade.
Like the drop, like it looked like teardrops.
Right.
But I guess it made it look like snow trickling down. So I guess that's why they called it Arctic. But I got one because I loved it. A lot of people hated it.
The head, that second head with the Arctic Bat, it reminds me more of the OG Overkill. That had the talking pack on his back. That was the first version of Overkill. It had you could probably use it to customize the Overkill figure with.
Right.
The Cyclop face, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Because didn't Overkill, he kind of had, if I remember right, I don't know, that was kind of after my time, but
mine too.
Saw it there, but
way after mine.
Shane got you're going box your low light, so
yeah.
I'm not gonna show mine. I'll wait and let you show yours.
I'm working.
I'll show the Steel Brigade if y'all guys want to see it.
Sure.
Or Steel Corps.
Steel Brigade.
This is the dude.
The dude.
I don't know.
Blue, isn't it?
He's bright.
The shoulder pads kind of look out of place to me.
They don't look like shoulder pads.
Yeah, I mean, of course, this has got like ammo on it. It makes it look bulky to me, like big, kind of bulky. Come with a couple of guns. Well, and see, here's that right there. That's the biggest thing I see with it. The knives on both figures will not stay in the sheath.
Huh?
Really?
You see, it's upside down.
Upside down.
Well, now it's gonna make a liar out of him.
Temperature
You seen
change.
it fell out just a second ago. I can pick them up and it'll fall out, but it's not gonna come out now.
Never fails.
The jet, I do love the pack though. I mean, it looks just like the original.
Yeah.
I wish they'd done a stand like they did with those convention figures with Starduster, where you could actually display it. You know,
I've seen where 3D printing those.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to have one of those. Because these work, they're okay, but it'd be nice if it had a stand where you could actually put them, like pose them in like a flying position. I want to later on look at some of them flight stands that Hasbro's got, or try to get a couple. The ones that DC are starting to put in theirs are good flight stands. I wish McFarlane would sell them in a pack.
I agree.
Yeah, where you can buy like 2 or 3 of them, like Hasbro's doing.
Yep.
Because they're kind of, they're a little flimsy, but they seem like they still hold up pretty good.
Yeah.
To me,
they'll hold up a heavy figure too.
The thing that's kind of weird. Of course, here's the female, and of course you have to watch her knife falls out too, just like the male. Let me get it right there.
Fall out and stick in her own foot.
I mean, I know she's a little more petite, a little smaller, but I don't understand the helmets being 2 different sizes though. I mean, her helmets is actually a little smaller, and I mean, women's heads are just as big as men's. I don't know why they would have 2 different size helmets. To me, it looks a little too small on the figure. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
I don't know. That's a good. I don't know. Good observation.
And the same way with the flight helmets.
It looks like they use the same.
I don't understand. I mean, why you need 2 different helmets? I mean, they're gonna wear this on the ground, and they're gonna swap out one when they go put the jetpack on. But I mean, you can see the difference in the size.
Yeah,
you can see how this one's smaller a little bit. Let me get them right side by side. Maybe not me holding them like that, but I mean, it's slightly smaller, and it just seems odd that you think it would just be the same size. But
that would make more sense.
The female, I mean, it's definitely Lady J's legs, because you can see the pattern. I don't know. I hadn't tried to take the vest off or anything to see, but somebody said it was the movie Scarlett's upper torso that they used for it. I can't really tell. The shoulder pads on the female, it kind of does a little better. They're not as big and bulky as they are on the males, and they actually fit on the shoulders.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Those look like shoulder pads. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing, the males just look like they're just kind of stuck on there.
Stuck on there, yeah. Of course, the jetpack, it's basically the same jetpack. I don't know. I like them. They're growing on me. I know a lot of people's been down on them and all that, but I mean, they're the colors of the Steel Brigade. The kind of light brown pants and the blue top and the green. I mean, that's, I don't know. Yeah, what do you guys think?
I appreciate it. Just from what I'm seeing, that blue is a lot lighter than I thought.
Yeah. It is kind of light. Yeah.
I don't know. I have to tell you though, the backpacks are the winner of those packs, if you ask me. Those are cool.
One of these is probably going to end up on Stalker.
That's OG stuff right there. That's just cool.
Yeah. And if they do a Grand Slam.
For me, on the female, she's got the forearm pads.
Right, yeah.
It kind of blends down the blue. I believe if the male figure would have had that, it would have made him look a lot better.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Because you don't really see the blue on the female.
I mean, you see it, but it's not as stand out at you.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, and that's what I said. Like the shoulder pads don't really cover the shoulders. It just, I mean,
it's like they use female shoulder pads on the male.
Yeah. I mean, exactly. It looks like it's way down low, but
that's what I mean. They don't look like shoulder pads; like they're just kind of stuck on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess they do. Maybe I hadn't pushed them up enough. Maybe they kind of. Let me see if I can move them up a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's still. That might be a little better.
I mean, shoulder pads are supposed to cup the shoulder, not just kind of sit there.
Yeah.
I don't know. That might be that's a little better there. What do you think?
That's a lot better, actually.
A lot better, yeah.
I guess I just you got to slide them on up. I just not.
Nice. Okay. Well, sorry, Hasbro. It was John's fault.
Yeah. My fault. There goes the knife. You saw it. You saw it, right? You said
I think you pulled it out. I think you just pulled it out.
I do think I will say this though: if we were to have a top 5 countdown for who's going on clearance next, I bet it's those.
Yeah.
I think
Probably.
those are going to
Yeah,
be
because I
produced
think a
in
lot
numbers.
of people just.
I think
But
those are going to be produced in big numbers.
If you notice, like I said, her she has no neck either. You see how high his helmet's at?
Yeah.
It's like she's, I don't know. That's why, to me, if they'd just done a regular size helmet for both of them, it would have been better. But like I said, I'm not going to complain. We still got a Steel Brigade basically, even though they call them Steel Corps.
Yep.
We got Steel Brigade, and but so those, I mean that, and then like I said, I got low light. I got those first of the week. That's all I picked up classified wise this week. They all come in together. Now later, of course, during the week, I picked up a couple of clearance items. The bat wing for $8.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird when these come out. When I very first hit Target or hit Walmart and Guess, that's the first place I saw them. They had also the other one I got was I picked up the Superman for $12.
Mm-hmm.
But when these first hit, the first time I saw them at the Walmart and Gadsden, this one was $29.99. This one was $19. It's in the same size box as the Invisible Jet, which is $19. But after a week or two, it went up to $29, and everywhere I've seen it at, it's been $29, the same price as this one. And I don't know if that was some goof up on Walmart's part or what.
I don't know, man.
But
that line makes me sad because I really wanted to like that line.
Yeah.
I did too, but
I just can't.
Yeah.
I just can't.
The vehicles is great. The figures,
yeah,
not really. But I did, of course. I hadn't planned on it, but when I saw it, I went ahead and grabbed this, the Batmobile that just come out.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, and I thought I grabbed this one because the only one I saw, and then that was like Tuesday, and since then I've seen them at 3 other Walmarts. They got 2 or 3 each, so I don't think it's going to be hard to find.
What's the price point on those? $20?
29.
29.
29, just like the Superman thing.
Isn't there another vehicle with the next line too?
There's a helicopter.
The Bat Gyro.
Yeah, the Bat Gyro. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I couldn't resist. I thought, it's a cool Batmobile, so I couldn't resist that.
Like I said, I wanted to like that line so much. That first Batman was terrible. That's a horrible figure.
I wanted this because as a kid I had the die cast.
Oh, nice.
Die cast. You remember that?
Yep, I sure
do. I had that when I was a kid. So when I saw that, I thought, cool. They made that based off that. I think Ertle's the one that put them out. I believe.
Ertle, yeah, it sounds familiar. Yeah.
And it could have been Hot Wheels, but I think it was Ertle.
Yeah, I think it was too.
So yeah, I picked that up, and then also on clearance, I wasn't really intending on getting him, but I picked him up because he was $10.
Oh yeah, it's Captain a good figure. So, I mean, for Captain Atom, who's a relatively bland character, anyways, look wise, it's a good figure.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
pretty good. And then actually, I picked this one up. We had to run to town today, and I had this at the Walmart in Jacksonville. I actually like I'm not real big on a lot of the new Supergirl outfits, but I actually like this one, the Page Puncher Injustice.
Oh, Injustice, yes.
Yeah. And the cape with the S and all on back, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yep. That's, in some ways, she's better than the new one that's coming out to Target because she's got pants. She's wearing blue leggings.
Right. And I like the detail in her hair, too.
Yeah.
It's got two-toned or whatever, got the dark streaks on it.
Yep.
I thought that was a pretty cool looking figure. And like I said, I know Injustice, that's a video game, right? Or is that...
It is, yeah. But I have the Dr. Fate Injustice because it's a much better figure than the movie one. Yeah. I'm going to show you Brainiac from Injustice. I have a few of the Injustice Grodd. He's a good figure. So I have a few of them.
Yeah. And then done some trading yesterday with a member of the group. And got the Superman with the red boots. And I didn't realize these are numbered, so I guess they're going to be a series.
Platinum, yeah.
Yeah. So way to go, Dave. Now, if I got numbers, I'm going to have to get all of them.
Yeah, I did that on purpose, Nancy. I did that just for Nancy.
Yeah. I don't hear nothing. She must have went back to bed.
That's fine with me.
Of course, the green light. So I'm probably not going to open these. I'm probably just going to leave them in the box.
Honestly, I wouldn't open those.
Yeah.
Good.
But yeah, those are pretty cool. And this is number 2. So I've done some trading. So that's not all the DC stuff that I got this week. So yesterday, well, that's when done some trading. But yesterday we went to my cousin got us tickets to the Alabama game last minute, so we went over to Tuscaloosa. And while I was in Tuscaloosa, of course, we got there early, so we hit the bathroom and went to the Target. Timothy had been holding out on us apparently because they had this Indiana Jones there, which I have not seen in any stores.
I found one of those yesterday.
Yeah, and
one
come with the shovel and the rope, the little book, and the staff with the headpiece on it.
That's the map room Indy, right?
What's that now?
The map room Indy.
The map room, yeah. I totally forgot about this figure, even putting it out. I totally forgot about it. I remember seeing it when they, a long time ago, but I walked in there and they had a bunch of them at that Target at Tuscaloosa. I hadn't seen any around here. Helena's the only Wave 2 figure I've seen around here. I haven't seen any of the other Wave 2 figures, so. But so I picked that up, and then after the game we stopped by Second and Charles over there. This is the other DC thing I found. I actually found this for like $5.95. Usually these old Kenner Hasbro Batmans usually $15 to $20 for most of them, and some of them's even more. But if I find one for $5 or $10, I usually pick it up just to I don't know. Just to have. It's Batman, right?
Yeah.
You actually surprised Timothy there, John.
What's that?
So you actually surprised Timothy there.
I go there tomorrow now. They had like 4 or 5 of them. I was like, well, I was like, but yeah, you better go. They may not be there now if they just come out. I thought they'd be there. I figured, well, they had so many. I figured they were peg warmers like the rest of them. I didn't know.
I saw one yesterday and I passed on it.
This was a surprise. I found this at Second and Charles. The scratching sound Catra from the old She-Ra line.
Oh, wow.
It's got she's missing the mask and of course they all come with a brush and all. But if you listen, you can hear the scratching sound, which didn't really, but she does it with a cloud hand. Well, now she ain't gonna do it. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, ratchet sound cool.
Yeah. That's the cat scratching sound. But you know what's funny? I was sitting here doing that clicking, and Pickles, our little cat, our kitten, she come in here and she just cocks her head up and just looks. She's like, "Is that somebody scratching?" It's like she recognized her or something. I thought that was weird. But I was not expecting to find any kind of vintage She-Ra stuff at Second Charles, and she's in great shape. There's hardly any paint wear on her at all. So got that. And then
every time I find vintage stuff at Second and Charles, they want both my legs and one arm.
Yeah, she was. She was. I think 21 is what I get for her. $21, which is not bad. I mean, the She-Ra stuff is hard to find. It's definitely hard to find it complete because they come with so many accessories and all, brushes and all, like combs and all that. They're hard. They're not real expensive. I mean, complete, she'd probably go, I don't know, for $30, $40 maybe. Right. But they're not real expensive, but you just don't come by them that often.
Right.
And they're really hard to, I don't know. I mean, I guess girls didn't keep up with hers like guys did. They probably threw them in a box and give them away at a yard sale or something. Mm-hmm. I don't know, but anyway, now stopped at Sasquatch Toys, and that's where I met up with of course Dave and Michael Price. Got to meet Michael. Had picked up a Point Dread for him on clearance, so I met up with him to give him his Point Dread, and I took some vintage toy stuff that I had. I decided to get rid of to make room. You guys, I posted it on there, and I was surprised. The only thing that piqued interest was the Mork figure, and everybody wanted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
home before I got a chance.
And I forgot about it. Put it. I just threw it in there. I said, "Well, I said I really don't need this, so I'll throw it in there." And then I had like 3 or 4 people text, "I want that mark. I want that mark." Jason was a lucky winner. He's the first one that contacted me. So anyway, I took that stuff down there, and I figured I always heard it don't hurt to ask, right?
Right.
So I had 2 things in mind when I went down there, equaling quite a bit of money if you bought them straight up. And believe it or not, he traded with me, and I got both items that I wanted, and I was shocked, and I was happy. But I mean, he'll easily get his money out of those. I mean, actually, some guy bought 2 of the Silver Hawks before we even left the store.
Yeah, yeah.
A guy picked them out of the box when I brought the box in there, and he had them up there at the counter to get them. So he'll get his money pretty quick. But one of these was really kind of a grail figure for me. That because y'all guys know Steeler's my favorite Joe, and there's not a lot of shouldn't have drunk so much of that grapey cup. Shouldn't have. But there's not very many Steeler figures. You got the 82, 83 Steeler. You got the 25th anniversary. They put out actually they put out 2 Steelers in the 25th anniversary. One a little lighter color. One of them was in that big Target pack that had the tank, the Mobat, the Hiss, and the set, and then the other come with the Armadillo, I believe. And then you had a couple of convention Steelers, so there's like 5 Steelers altogether. But he actually had, and this thing is in beautiful, perfect mint condition, a European Action Force Steeler.
He is cool.
From Z-Force. And I love the red really works with the red helmet. It's got the lens on there, and the you see the Z-Force. I think there was Z-Force, Action Force, but Z-Force was a sub-team or whatever. I don't know. Now I got to find me a Mobat to go with it now. I actually found on eBay a Mobat with the box and Steeler, but they're wanting $500 for it. So, but anyway, he's got his Uzi. He's complete. Like I said, there's not any paint wear on him at all that I can see.
It's a nice figure.
You might have just a little on the edge of his shoe there, but that is it. And so I actually found another Steeler. So now I've got 6 Steelers now. And
nice.
Baroness been my favorite Cobra, but there's like 30 of her now. I mean, after there was only one Baroness up until the what was it? They come out with the Toys R Us come out in '97 with that 3-pack that had her and Destro and Cobra Commander.
Yeah, it's true.
Since then, especially since she was in the movie Rise of Cobra, there's been like, I don't know, I think there's probably 25 different Baroness figures now or more. So
probably, yeah.
Not hard to find a Baroness figure, but Steeler, you don't see many of them. So yeah, this is kind of like one of my Grail figures here. He's going to go up and he's probably not going to see the light of day again for a long time. And he's tight. His leg, this one leg, you notice that one leg is a little loose.
Yeah.
But his arms and all are super tight. No elbow cracks or nothing. I mean, he is about as perfect as you're going to find. I was really surprised. And the other thing I got, and I was just amazed by this because I hadn't really looked at Hot Toys 12-inch figures. And I know when we were in there a couple of weeks ago, Dave and I were looking at them. And this one caught my eye, and I thought, man, that is an awesome figure. So I had to throw that in on the trade, and believe it or not, he traded with me. These Hot Toy 12-inch figures are amazing.
The sculpts are just amazing on those.
The Wasp
faces are just amazing.
I mean, look at the detail. That looks. I mean, you would swear that was Evangeline Lilly. I mean that.
Oh, it's amazing.
You can't. It don't really do it justice on the video.
No.
But you can ask Dave. You see it in person.
Oh, it's amazing.
It is absolutely amazing.
Yep.
The detail. You can't tell it here, but like a little strand of hair. You know, they've even got like the little extra strand of hair that was kind of hanging off. You know, like. Yeah. I mean, the detail they put in this thing is just absolutely amazing. And The only thing was somebody had broke the peg that held the hand on, and she come with like 3 different hands for both, 3 different left hands and 3 different right hands. And I was actually able to fix it, and as you can see, it still swivels. I'm afraid to touch it too much because there was not a whole lot of a ball joint in there. So the ball joint had the peg on it, and the peg went into the hand. And when I got it, when the guy traded me, he said, well, you can pull that ball joint out and put one of the other hands on. I said, yeah, I'll do that. Because he and I both were thinking that the peg was inside the arm and that the ball joint broke out of the hand. But it wasn't. It was the other way around. The peg was going into the hand. And I didn't realize that until I got it home. But I was able to, what I done, and I'd actually seen somebody talk about swapping heads and heads that don't fit on post, like taking a Marvel Legends head and put it on a classified figure or something, the post being different sizes. And a guy said take some like petroleum jelly and rub on the ball and then put hot glue inside the head and then stick it down on there. And when the hot glue dries, it won't stick to the ball joint because of the Vaseline. And then when you can pop it right on and off and it holds the form. And so that's kind of what I did with this, and it works. Like I said, I can swivel it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad to see that.
And works great. But
and to be just to say, guys, when we went into that room yesterday to see if that was still there, it was stuck over in the corner. Somebody had broke the hand on the figure and just stuck it aside. Thankfully, they didn't just hide the hand.
Right.
They set it back on the base, but somebody had broken the figure and just put it aside.
Yeah. In a way, I'm kind of glad because I think that kind of helped me get the trade because he knew it. He knew
I think so.
This is why this is why I wanted this figure right here, because these wings are just awesome. I mean, they look awesome to me. I was blown away by the detail that they put in these.
Yeah, they are very cool.
And you can see like there's the helmet. So if you want to swap it out, no, I'm gonna be careful not break it. Like I said, I wish you could see this better if I had better lighting or something. But I mean, I'm telling you, I looked at some of these on the eBay, and I could not tell if it was actually a picture of the actor or the actress, or if it was the figure that they were showing them. It looked so good, you could not tell that it was. So
and he just rips her head off.
Yeah, just rip her head off. So it's got this. Now look at this. I didn't know this, Dave.
Oh wow!
That lights up. And the eyes light up on it.
I remember looking at that mask though. The eyes, the paint detail on the eyes, those are Evangeline Lilly's eyes too. It's not.
They are. I mean,
it's amazing.
It is. You can see. I mean, actually, I think they got her whole head in there because I can see her nose and all that too. But,
they probably do.
But I didn't realize that, and I pulled that piece off, and I said, "There's a place for a battery." And then I seen an on-off switch, and I flipped it, and her eyes lit up, and I thought, "Man, that is just really."
That's cool.
These are just amazing figures. I mean, they're just absolutely gorgeous figures. The way that the sculpting, and that they come with a base. You see the base? It's got her name on it. A picture. They had an Iron Spider. I don't know. I may try to work up a trade for it later on with the look. I mean, Tom Holland looks just like Tom Holland.
That's a good one too. Yeah.
And I actually saw a Loki that I like. What's his name? Tom.
Hiddleston.
And the Loki with the horns, they got one of those. I saw it on eBay, and man, it is a really nice figure too. But those things are just amazing. I mean, yeah, they're pricey, but I can see why, because they put a lot of detail in them, and it's just amazing. I was shocked. Like I said, I was shocked because I mean, I thought I would probably be doing good to get that Steeler and maybe a couple of other smaller items. I wasn't expecting really to get him and her. And like I said, I think the hand being broke kind of pushed him to go ahead and let me have her in that deal. But I'll definitely go back and trade with him again, because the guy was super nice about it. He's real energetic. I'll say that. It's hard to keep up with her a few times.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I saw a lot of things this second go around. That, of course, there may have been stuff that he got in. I don't know, but things that I missed before. He had a beautiful vintage Steel Brigade figure. It didn't have any of the accessories, but it had perfect paint. And I mean, he was wanting $100 for it, which is not bad. I've seen them go for a lot more than that without the accessories, but that was a good deal on that one. I thought, like I said, it was beautiful. But he had, gosh, he's got like 4 or 5 of the Night Force figures there too that I was eyeballing. But I really wanted that Steeler because, well, it's Steeler, so yeah. Yeah. It's a different one. There's not many of them, so. But,
well, it was funny because
I was pleased.
He said, "Well, we were waiting for a callback." So it was just like, and I was standing around. And Silas was wanting to spend Pokemon money, so and I mean, he was great to him, but he ended up walking out of there with a bunch more stuff yesterday. Anyways, he just threw that tote up there and goes, "Hey, here, look at these. Here, see what's in this tote." I mean, I pulled a straight arm Steeler out, which is complete and in excellent condition.
Mm-hmm.
A swivel arm grunt, swivel arm short fuse, complete in great condition. A Spirit with no accessories because we ended up with bags of accessories in that lot from earlier this year. What was the other
Zap?
one?
You got Zap too?
Zap. No broken thumb Zap.
Yep.
Complete and no cracks. So he's working up something with me on those. So just in a tote, just in a random tote. Here, you guys want to look at this? And it's just like, yeah. Are you kidding me?
He's got stuff in the back there. It's unreal.
Oh yeah, we ended up in the back yesterday too. Which
There's stuff
Michael was back there. Michael's back there when I got there, and he was just he came out all wide eyed, and he's like, "Oh, you've been back there?" And I said, "No, I haven't." He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna check it out." So that's just like, holy wow, that's like overflow. And then he said that they've been moving stuff in and out of the storage unit all week, and they're trying to figure out where they're going to be able to put that stuff, or they're just going to rotate it out, or what. And it's just like, man, they picked up over 1,000 loose Joe figures the other day, 1,000 of them, and it's just like we don't know what we're going to do with them yet. So it's just like, man, that's insane. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine wheeling and dealing on that level. It'd be cool to be able to just once, I think.
Yeah.
But oh well. Flag box. There's a flag box sitting there. So you got the rest of the flag? No, I don't know. Probably in storage. There's 2 Defiants sitting there out back. One with the gantry, one without. It's just like, man, this is. I guess if you're in that business long enough, I don't care who you are, you're gonna end up with a bunch of stuff. I mean, Total Nostalgia is probably the same way. They've probably got a storage unit somewhere that's chock-a-block full of stuff that they rotate in. Just, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how any of them do it. I really don't.
I know a lot of times Total Nostalgia will post on there that they're just doing trades or not buying because they got so much stuff that they don't know where to put it, so they'll trade, get rid of some other stuff and all. But I'm gonna tell you, I just can't get over these. I mean, the detail in the hair on that it looks like real hair. It literally looks like real hair. I cannot.
It is amazing.
That just blows my mind. I don't know what kind of technology they use. They got to have some kind of an imaging system it's got to be state of the art.
Yeah.
I think Hot Toys is a Japanese company too, because I know the instructions were in Japanese and English.
Yeah, so. They are, and they've done a lot of stuff over the years, but it's always been way outside my price range. I mean, they did a lot of Batman movie, 89 Batman stuff. They did that Batmobile. It's way outside my collectability.
Speaking of which, the one I showed you that was in Huntsville that the guy had on eBay. He's price. He's actually just put it up for bid now, and it's like $300 something. He's got like $300 on shipping too. But like you said, the other ones I saw it was over $1,000 for them. That thing is huge.
It's big,
and it's a 2-seater. It's in scale. I mean, it's actually scaled to put 2 12-inch figures in it. That good Lord, that thing's got to be.
Oh yeah, and it's lit and everything else. I mean, there's a lot of electronics in that thing too. They're pretty amazing.
Yeah, that one. I mean, the McFarlane was okay. If the McFarlane had been 2-seater and been more in scale, I probably would have tried to got one of them. But
I got one because I got the Batwing, and I mean, it looks good sitting on a shelf. It looks good packed amongst a bunch of figures. You know what I'm saying? But you pop the cockpit open and it's kind of like, I wish it was, but I mean, sitting there, it looks awesome. I mean,
yeah.
So,
but that's another thing. I mean, the guy took a picture of it sitting there, and it was like as long as his kitchen table.
Oh, it's a huge.
You can see his table in the background.
It's huge. Yep.
Well, you think about it, it's 1/6 the size of the real deal.
Right. Yeah, and the frame on the original, I remember reading about it years because I was a car guy for a long time, and I was reading it. It's built on a '77 float boat Chevy Impala chassis. So I mean, it was a 4-door Impala, and you remember the late '70s. Some of those cars are 20 feet long.
Oh yeah,
so,
yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I mean, it's a cool car.
Yeah, I just remember reading jet turbine engine. I thought, holy cow.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
Well, Shane's deep in thought. He's on eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Hot Toys is amazing. The Baroness I got Sideshow. I was thinking it was Hot Toys, but it's Sideshow.
Sideshow's done some pretty cool stuff too, though, to be fair. But Hot Toys is like way up here. They always have been. It's just, so yeah, they are cool. They are cool. So,
I really want to see that King Hulk that he's got in that box. That box. Lord.
Paul down to Legion Comics in Vestavia has one that's out of the box. It's just absolutely amazing. I mean, it is amazing.
Is it a statue?
Yes.
It's a statue, right?
Yeah, it's that polystone. Yeah. That sucker's 3 feet tall and just about as wide. It's absolutely phenomenal. It is just an amazing piece. Yeah, and the paint on those was a little different than the one that I got directly. I got one of the first run ones. But that newer one is much more matte black, and the canopy's the right color and stuff like that. So. Yep. Yeah, those are back up. Everybody was in a panic over those, and now you can get one without any difficulty at all. So nice. Nice. What do you got, Shane? Let's see what Shane's doing. What's Shane doing?
Sleeping.
Yeah.
I've had a weekend like I have. I'll tell you, I'm struggling to stay awake.
It was the week that got me. We had a job, and we was hustling to get it done before the rain set in, and needless to say, we didn't make it.
Oh.
So we finished it in the rain Friday.
Oh, wow.
Thursday. No, Wednesday. Wednesday we finished it in the rain. But I went to the deep yesterday and picked up a few things that Mike had set back for us. Got the Transformers #1 for all three of us. Picked it up. Guys up there just raved about how awesome this book is. And, of course, we've heard a few guys in the group talking about it. Yep. How awesome it is. And the guy said that if ever copy or ever issue is as good as the first one, this run is going to be awesome.
Nice.
Apparently, it ties in with the Void Rivals and the G.I. Joe stuff also, apparently. It's going to tie in at one point. But I got the Void Rivals #4 for us. I've not read either one of these yet, but I'm looking forward to this one tying in pretty quickly because there was only supposed to be 4 issues, but now they're going to 6. So they realized pretty quickly that they couldn't cram everything they wanted to in 4 issues.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
But so far, it's been for me.
Exactly. Yes, I think that's the best way of putting it.
Yeah, but anyway, it's a good read, and the artwork is great because of course Kirkman's doing it, so it's awesome. But I love the Walking Dead that he does, and it's pretty good. But then I picked up my low light from Mike. That's the Deep.
Yep.
I'll go by and check out the Deep. They're great people. They're awesome to sit and just talk to them guys. I could stay there all day. But this low light box art is cool. It looks like Vipers in the background or maybe Valkyries or something that he's about to about to take out. You see them there in the
Yeah.
tree.
Mm-hmm.
Like 3 of them. I'm assuming it's just troopers or maybe some vipers. You know how they are with their Easter eggs.
Mm-hmm.
It's really great. Everybody knows I'm an art guy, and I just like that box art. It's because they're actually using the figures in the art on the boxes.
Right.
And we've all been griping about, going back to the window, and I'm going to kind of miss this when it's coming.
Me too, actually. Yeah.
Now it's at first I thought, oh, man, I can't. And I see the point, not being able to see the paint apps and stuff for some people, but man, for me, these people are griping about the paint apps. Oh, he's got a little paint on his eye wrong. Well, you claim to play with your toys, so what does it matter if you scratch it up while playing? As a kid, I scratched everything up that I played with. But I went ahead and opened him to show, so it takes so long to do that. But first impressions is he is amazing.
Yep.
You can absolutely tell this is low light. Everything looks great. I mean, he's tight. His legs are a little tighter than I would like, but nothing a little bit of hot water won't take care of. But his hair, you can actually see his curls in his hair. And, that's pretty cool. But he's really not really nothing. I can't complain.
Right.
Really,
Yeah.
can't complain about this. He looks great. But my big thing for wanting to open him tonight was everyone was saying, I don't get mine come without the tripod. So I just wanted to open up my case and see. We'll look at the other accessories beforehand. He comes with, he's got a knife, and it'll probably stay in its sheath because it's on his leg. A little tight. But it goes in there and stays pretty good. Comes with a backpack. And, everything comes with a backpack, peg to hang the extra gun. His extra weapon is a little machine pistol. This is like probably a more futuristic kind of thing here.
Yeah, we're back to the space guns, right?
Yeah. There's a little bitty clip. Goes in it. Slides right in by the handle. Looks pretty cool. Pretty neat little thing. Little gun.
Yeah, not bad. Not terrible.
Huh? Clip. Not terrible. Yeah. Then he's got some kind of, I guess, maybe a walkie-talkie. A little walkie-talkie.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Kestrel. Is it a wind meter? A Kestrel?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. I see the fan on it now.
Yeah, it's a Kestrel.
Yeah.
And I think it mounts to his leg here on the left leg. And it's got a little pouch for it to slide in. Comes with his infamous goggles. Low light was known for. And of course, they're going to be tight to put on his head, so I'm not even going to worry about that right now.
But I don't think, if I remember right, it never, in the cartoon or the comic, it never showed him without the goggles on.
Not that I'm aware of.
He was like Judge Dredd. He always kept his.
Right, yeah.
Let's go.
So, anyways, the sniper rifle, I know the case for the rifle has a hole in it. So I'm assuming you can put the case on his back and then the backpack into the case.
Yeah. I kind of wish they'd done it the other way around.
I think it should be.
Yeah.
I did that point upwards. It's like that blue ninja thing. That scabbard, it points up, not down, Shane.
Yeah.
That way you can't go under low bridges. Yeah, see, that's better.
That's so you can go through the McDonald's drive-thru, huh?
Yeah.
But anyway, the reason I wanted to open it was because of the missing bipod. So I'm going to open mine. And I've heard people talking about how they pop out and everything real easy. So we'll just see.
Put your glasses on, Shane. Put your safety glasses on.
I need some. They're in the truck.
Oh, no.
They're in the truck, though. I can't even get mine open, guys. What does that say?
It is kind of hard to open.
That's probably why people are losing their bipods.
Mm.
They're pulling and then it yanks and flies
when it
out.
pulls, it pops out. And oh man, I've got my bipod. What do you know? But this is really cool. It reminds me of bullhorns.
Yep.
Sniper rifle case.
And we'll probably see that on a bullhorn later on. That same
I'm
case.
hoping so. Anyway, really nice sniper rifle. I'm not a big sniper rifle guy, so
Yep. Looks pretty good.
Maybe it's real, maybe it's not. I don't know.
It's close. I mean, it's got some of the stuff that it ought to have.
But everything mounts to it out of your case, which is really cool for me. I really do dig that. Which, of course, you've got your scope. And pop a deer from a distance. And it mounts on there somewhere. Just slide down.
I'm thinking that the 25th anniversary low light. It's really just an upscale version of it because he had the case and the backpack, and I think if I ain't mistaken, I think the case went on and then the backpack on top of the case just like that one, if I remember right. I have to go back and look now. I can't remember.
Yeah, you're probably right. I do think I remember seeing that.
Yeah, to me, or maybe put the peg on the side where you could have stuck the case on the side of the backpack. It just seems weird having the case on his back and then the backpack over it.
Snipers with their cases are drag bags, which means they tie them to their waist, or they'll tie them to one leg, and they drag them in the field. That way, you don't have too high a profile. So it would make sense if you use your case as a sled for your backpack if you're going to carry your backpack too. So, I mean, tactically speaking, it's actually pretty accurate.
And once again, be very careful when putting the silencer on the end of the sniper rifle because I just about bent that whole end completely off of this gun.
Oh, that's not good.
It is.
They're getting softer. Yeah, they're getting soft.
I mean, that is. I'm going to have to hold on to it really good to put the silencer in. But after everything is done, that's what she looks like.
Yep, nice.
Not bad looking.
Yep.
So, yeah, I like it. And I'm pretty sure the case of the missing bipods, and I will say this about the bipod, the way it connects on is much better than Tunnel Rats or Rock and Roll's bipod, I'll be honest, because let's see if I can get that in there. It snaps in right there on the end, and it just snaps right on. So, but yeah, that's pretty cool. But that's about it for what I have. And of course, you got the inside of the box art.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. I've got an idea for this stuff. I don't know if other people have been doing it, but I'm going to take and cut these out and put them in a picture frame.
Like a big collage. That'd be cool.
Like a big collage, you know. Maybe Joe's in one, Cobra's in the other, whatnot like that.
That'd be cool.
Just something. Because I'm an art guy. I like the art. I like things hanging on my walls, you know. I also bought a cake pan, a G.I. Joe cake pan from 1982. The only reason I bought it was for wall art to hang on the wall. Because it's got a little hole in it where you can hang it on the wall and everything. And it's really cool. It's all nice. So, I just went with that.
Yeah.
Which I got it in an auction and I won it for $8. So. Anyway, that's what I have for tonight on low light. What I picked up. I ain't really done a lot of hunting in the last couple of weeks. Been busy with work and whatnot. You know, everything's just so dang high right now. No one wants to go do it.
I know it is hard. Yeah,
you really feel like going.
That's like me. I really didn't go hunting this week. Things just found me. It's like
Yep.
You know, I went in to look at the trade paperbacks in Second Charles. Wasn't expecting to. I know they got toys and action figures, but I wasn't really expecting to find anything. Found that Catherine and went into Target and found that we went there. We just stopped there to go to the bathroom. I thought, well, I'll just run over to toys right quick and found that Indiana Jones. I was like,
great place to go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. Well, you kind of, when we travel, we always look for Targets and Walmarts because we kind of know what to expect. Some service stations, you don't know what unless it's Bodgers, you don't know what to expect.
Nope, it's literally a crapshoot. Yep, you just
Yeah.
you never know what you're doing. Yeah, no doubt. Cool. I do not have my tunnel rat yet. I haven't even ordered one, and I do not have my low light yet. Like I said, this Rock'em Sock'em bit that Hasbro's been playing with these pre-orders has got my limited funds a little nervous. At this point in time, I have. Let me think. I've got 4. I've got 4 pre-orders outstanding, and it's looking like every one of them, except for the fire team for the hiss, is going to drop this month. After already being run over. So, and being foolish enough over. Yeah, and I canceled them in September, like I told all you guys, and then got real nervous about range vipers and snapped those up when they popped up, and then I had a chance to snap up trouble bubbles, which had gone out of stock again, so I snapped those up. But I have to be honest with you, I canceled 2 other things, 3 other pre-orders before this happened. So we'll see. I mean, everybody's along for the ride here. So
I canceled several things this weekend myself because it's getting crazy, man.
Yep.
Which I love it, but I hate it all at the same time. You know what I mean?
I love it for the selection and the characters we're getting and the quantity. I hate it for the having to pay for it part all at once. Because when you're talking about over 30 figures in the last quarter of a year, and those figures are ranging anywhere from 25 to 35 now. Ouch. And you know what they're going to do to us. They're going to drop on the 27th, which has now been confirmed. 10/27 is an event. We've got more reveals coming. There's more pre-orders coming, and it's looking like the Vamp and the SMS, or whatever the Cobra version is, it's going up for pre-order.
Yep.
Now, do you have to pay for them in advance? No. But in my particular instance, my Pulse membership, I think, is up the end of this month. So now I have to sit here and figure out, is the shipping going to be worth it or not? Because I know it's more than paid for itself this past year. But I just don't know. I think it's going to go up. I don't think it's going to be $50 again.
Probably.
So we'll see, right?
I think it hits with a $75 mark this time.
I'm kind of thinking, yeah.
I think I renewed mine back in August.
Cool.
When I had to renew mine.
I think I might get away with it one more time at $50, but I bet after the first of the year it goes up. We'll see, because man, they got to be taking a bath on shipping. Ooh.
Well, but like I said, though, they're selling the product the same price the retailers sell it for.
Yeah,
they're getting that extra.
It is true, and they've got a killer deal. They got a killer deal, no doubt, with shipping costs. So,
oh yeah, they probably
pennies on the dollar.
They were going away from FedEx. Is that true?
I hope so.
Boy, I don't know.
So, but because I'm sure they probably got a big deal with FedEx, where they.
I hope they go away from FedEx. I'm about sick of FedEx right now myself.
Yeah, it hasn't been good, has it?
I get stuff shipped the same day everyone else does, and I don't get it here until a month later.
Yeah, that's just that whole snow job thing was crazy. I don't know, that was crazy.
Well, the same way with my Big Ben and Range Vipers.
Yeah.
I can honestly say I've never had an issue with FedEx except for one time I ordered a volleyball and I never got it. But other than that,
poor Wilson, he's still floating. Oh, Wilson!
Said lost in the South Pacific. That was the last tracking they had.
That's a terrible thing. That's a terrible thing. Yes, I will agree with that last comment. I did the exact same thing. I did pre-order the last 3 figures that popped up this week. I'm not sure I'm going to keep it. but I ran right to Pulse. I didn't go anywhere near Walmart to do any pre-orders if I can help it. I'm sick of Walmart. I can't stand it, as a matter of fact. So
I got on there and looked at them, and I thought, nah, I'm not doing it.
I probably won't keep it, but I did it anyways.
I'm going to take my chances.
I'll find them whenever I get a chance at Walmart or Target. If I don't, then maybe
I'm figuring
my good friends will find them.
Yeah, I'm figuring what's going to happen because I did pre-order the Range Vipers and all those and got those. I'm figuring what's going to happen is who else was that? Big Ben. Mm-hmm. They're probably going to get so many Night Force Big Bens in it they'll clog the shelves and they'll never get to the rest of the waves. Probably what will end up happening. Just like with the retro figures.
Yep, exactly.
I don't think the Range Vipers are going to be peg warmers.
It's not going to happen at my Walmart, so I can tell you that right now. Because they ain't got no new Joes in a year and a half now.
Oh, I know. Yeah, no, nothing. I don't. It's not looking good. Walmart and the Joes on the shelves is not looking good. I am fascinated by this mole rat thing. The mole rats are still up for pre-order. People are not interested in that character. That's really odd to me. They're basically zombies. I figured they would have gone over, but they don't seem to.
They just don't. They don't have that appeal to me. That's why I went ahead and canceled mine. I thought I'm gonna just take my chances on them because they're neat and they're zombies, but I don't know. They just didn't. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's all this Energon stuff. So you know what? It may be all about the mole rats this time next year.
Yeah, maybe. And
you might be sitting here going, "This, I wish I had more mole rats."
Yeah, I mean, that's what all the Night Force and the Shadow Trackers and stuff is tying into now, and the Python Patrol stuff even too, is tying into the mole rat stuff.
And Emmeett he keeps bugging me. There's going to be Transformers crossovers. There's going to be crossover toys with Transformers. You're watching. It's just he's probably right. So that may be where Hasbro is going because they keep pushing.
Well, they already are
storytelling. So hey, you never know.
There already are crossovers between Transformers and G.I. Joes. With all the Thunder Machine, the Owl Striker,
and
something else, wasn't it? The Hiss Tank.
The Hiss Tank, yeah.
Yep. I mean, they all was
that I've still yet to be able to transform. I can't make heads or tails out of instructions.
I tell you what, man, they need to get if they don't get this plastic thing figured out, I can't imagine Transformers are going to last very long in just trying to transform them if the plastic is doing the same kind of stuff the rest of these toy lines is. I don't know. But maybe that's why they're so expensive because there's different plastic.
Maybe more into them too.
Oh boy, that's for sure. Can you imagine the engineering that goes into those things? Amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Them in designing Lego sets. Can you imagine the work that goes into designing those things? Goodness.
No.
Oh gosh, it's unreal.
Yeah, it really is.
Done, computer generated and everything, and then they get a list that pops out. So, I mean, shoot. But still, that's a lot of work.
Well, sure is. It sure is.
With the Transformers now, there's so many pieces that move and turn and twist and go up and down and slide back and forth. There's a lot of engineering going into that stuff.
Yeah, there sure is.
Oh, yeah. Not so much in the instructions.
No, instructions for John. Poor John there. Still can't get that Hiss Tank.
Yeah. I'll tell you though, the one crossover I would love to see in classified. That one right there. The Baroness for Ravage on the chain.
Yeah, it would be cool.
That would be an awesome set. And I could see that being a $45 set.
Would be cool.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I don't like the Transformer G.I. Joe crossover. The O-rings. Y'all know I'm a huge Dreadnought guy, and I didn't even bat an eye at that Thunder Machine Transformer.
Yeah.
It just looks terrible, and the Joes just look horrible too.
Yeah.
I mean, Does Arana? Oh my goodness! You just
did they give them new head sculpts? Didn't they? Is it the? I think the bodies are the old molds, but with new head sculpts.
I don't know. The bodies aren't the old mold neither because she don't even have the shoulder pad.
Did she not?
You just bare armed.
I'm gonna have to. I didn't. I really didn't look at it that close. I knew right now I couldn't afford it, and I figured those hadn't been hard to get after. I mean, the first two, so I figured, well,
they're everywhere. They'll probably bid Ollie's before you know it.
Maybe. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt them showing up at Ollie's.
And boy, is that a cluster. Let me tell you right now. Reading on other sites where people are complaining because people are getting these and posting that they're getting them. And are you mad because you're not getting them at your Ollie's? I saw one today where some guy was calling Ollie shoppers poor people. They're going out buying from the poor people store. I'm thinking,
what a piece of whatever. That's it.
I'm like,
I didn't say that. Work.
Are you just that salty because you're not being able to get them at the Ollie's? At your Ollie's?
Well, yeah.
Or do you even have an Ollie's? Is that what's wrong with it?
Well, that might be it. He imagines he doesn't have an Ollie's.
I mean, they're so local, good stuff cheap. So, I mean.
Hey, we don't have a Target nowhere. I mean, it's an hour drive for me, the closest Target. So I don't want to hear them complaining about not having no Ollie's near them.
Right. Yeah, really. Really.
Me too. It's an hour both ways for me to go to either Target.
This is the closest I've ever lived to a Target. That's for sure. Boy, we were for years.
You
Toys
got two
R Us.
pretty close to you, don't you?
What's that?
You've got two pretty close to you.
Yeah. I mean, Gardendale's not that far.
Yeah.
Fultondale, Gardendale. Which one? And the one here in Trustville is just over the hill. So.
And then you got the one down there that's got the 2 stories.
Oh, the escalator.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's. I mean, I have doctor's appointments down there frequently enough so that I'm in and out of that one too.
Yeah.
And I never go to the one on 280 because it's just too big of a pain in the butt getting in and out of there.
Yeah.
But I'll go down. I'll skip an exit when Emmett's got his appointments down there. I'll go down to the one off the first one there in Hoover. So no, I mean I'm running in and out of Targets more than I ever have. The Walmarts here are a gigantic waste of time. Both of them, they're just a waste.
Mine too.
Yeah.
So
if I want to go to a Walmart, I have to go to Decatur, Moulton, Huntsville area, Madison area, somewhere around that. That's actually got stuff because the 2 Walmarts within 15 minutes both directions of me has nothing.
right, and to tell you the honest truth, I've made out better going to any of the little GameStops around here, and made out better buying figures than I have at Walmart in a long time. So yeah, I kind of gave up on Walmart. I hate to say that, but I have because they got a ton of stuff that's coming, but some of it's 6 months old, and the stores ain't never going to see it. I'm pretty well convinced they're never going to see them. So I don't know. Next year is going to be interesting. It really will be. I think.
I hope we make it to next year.
I don't know, man.
It's going to be interesting between now and December or January.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you, with all the stuff that's coming out, could you imagine us putting together our top 10?
Yeah.
Fun, isn't it?
I've been thinking about that.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it today. I'm like, how? And I mean, they're great stuff. Don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of it.
There's a lot of it. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there sure is a lot of it.
I don't even feel like I'm going to be able to put my Hiss tank as my number 1 this year.
You might not be able to.
It's not going to be here.
Yeah, you might not have it by the end of the year.
You might not be able to.
It's not going to be here. I done. Even if they do ship mine at the same time they ship everyone else's, it'll be 3 months down the road before I get mine.
Hey, like I said, like we talked about last week, they in a hurry to ship this stuff that people hadn't paid for yet, but they're not in no hurry to ship the stuff we've already paid for.
Nope, that's right.
They've already got that.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, they're going to hang right on to all that shipping money.
Dave's right. They're padding that end of the year.
I'm telling you guys, it's the only thing that makes sense. They're padding the end of the year numbers. They can blame it all on COVID and everything else, but I ain't buying it. I'm not buying that whole thing anymore.
Nah, COVID's come and gone, man. I ain't buying that either.
Nope. So, hey, I'll do some McFarlane stuff tonight.
McFarlane, I like it.
McFarlane.
Talking about McFarlane, I'm not a DC guy at all, but that picture I shared in the group of that gorilla.
Cygor?
I don't know if you guys saw that, but that thing is awesome looking.
That's Cygor, yeah.
I was like, holy crap, that thing is great.
He's just, even his repaints are good. Even though I'm not buying them, he's just murdering it. I mean, he just is. He's a guy that loves toys, and he's still in control of his own company.
Yeah.
And it really does show. I mean, I'm going to do Justice Buster. This is a bat suit. So in the comics, this was Endgame, the Endgame storyline. Bruce Wayne used this suit to try to at least fight off and buy time with a Jokerized Justice League. Some pretty good articulation, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Hips, knees. There's extra ankle joints down here, if you can see that. It's actually pretty cool. Elbows, shoulders. You got some head/neck articulation.
Oh, that head went way up there. For real.
Oh yeah, way up.
Yeah, especially for a robot, you know.
The coolest thing about this is this is so spot on to the comic art. It's great. The only gripe, the fingers are not articulated, and I really wish they were. But it's okay because this is an awesome. You see his eyes there on the side.
Mm-hmm.
This is just this is a really great figure. See those like bat symbol
that's pretty
ports
cool.
that are missing.
I see his eyes now. I thought his eyes was on top of his head there.
No, they're right there underneath.
Yeah, I see them now.
They're blue.
At first, I thought it was them two grooves on top of the head there.
Yeah, no. The bat symbol's that darker black. I mean, this is a nice figure. I got to tell you, most of the oversized did just killer. I mean, these things are awesome, and I hate when these were $40 and everything else was $19. It was kind of a hard pill to swallow, but now where everything else is upwards of 30, and these are still 40, man. This is a nice figure. I like this, and I like that storyline too, so it helps. We talked about Injustice earlier. I wasn't going to do it, but this is the Injustice Brainiac. We don't have a Brainiac yet other than this one. This is actually a pretty decent looking figure. My stupid light. He's pretty good. I'm thinking at some point in time we'll get the classic, chrome skull, fully robot Brainiac at some point in time from the Superpowers line. But for right now, this is pretty good. This is a good figure. Again, GameStop. I don't expect to see him anyplace else, actually, because everybody's slowing things down. Anti-monitor. This is an oversized figure. This is one of the few that's a little disappointing because he's the same price point as this. You can't have a home run every time, but to do an anti-monitor figure that's this comic accurate from 1986 Crisis, I love it. This is big time comic book nostalgia. This is comic geek nostalgia right here. He just even the goofy star eyes, the weird teeth, the whole bit. Is he a $40 figure? No. I mean, compared to like this Justice Buster or my figure of the year last year, Man Bat, Bane, which everybody still wants the Bane, and he's made of unobtainium. You're not going to see any more Banes. Is he on that level? No. But this is pure nostalgia. I mean, this is 1986 Crisis on Infinite Earths all over again. Emmeett was like, he needs to be better, bigger. He needs to be to scale. And it's just like, Emmeett, take a look at the box art. So he looked at the back of the box, and I said, Mr. Todd would have to give us a 35-foot action figure to be in scale. And I'd probably have to find a way to buy it if he did. But but he's cool, man. It's just, that's like comic book cool. Is that we'll coin that phrase, right? It's just comic book cool. Cool. I mean, it's 1986 all over again. John helped me with this Vampire Green Lantern, which is cool and this is the fourth in that line. These DC vampires, which is cool. As far as the comic book storyline, this is actually the one that appears. There's a Batman, there's a Joker, and there's a Superman that are vampire. If you go by the DC versus vampires, this is actually the only one that's comic accurate. The other three, well, read it. If you want to know, read it. It's in trade. I won't ruin it. Hey, look at that. Speaking of stuff getting busted and then people just hiding things.
No.
Look what I found. Nobody did it, Dave.
Huh.
What is that off of?
That's off of my very expensive Mothra from oh boy, yeah, it's busted.
I should take this off full screen before Dave kills somebody.
Well,
Dave is getting pretty red right now.
it's not going to happen right this instant, but there's a pretty good chance it's going to happen tomorrow because she's broke and she's stuffed underneath this table. So maybe boy, I hope he didn't. I hope he wasn't playing with a certain statue at Sasquatch Toys and all. Well, no, I'm really unhappy about that. So, anyways,
the redness we can't tell.
Yeah, you guys remember those weren't cheap.
No,
those were like $60 a piece.
BBC comic book cool.
Yeah, I was thinking about going all Justice Buster cool here. No, that's kind of it. I have a number of higher dollar Jurassic World stuff. Some 3 or 4 dinos and a vehicle set that I got to get, and then I know they're going on. They'll end up on big clearance, so I'm just waiting. I haven't done anything with that in a while because their releases got really sparse and oddly enough got very expensive too. I still think because of the failure of their crowdfunding, I think that line's going to die soon. I really do. They got no movie support anymore. I think.
I've noticed a lot of their stuff still just sitting there on the shelves too.
Yeah, big time. That movie was a big toy flop, at least. It just didn't do well. So
I enjoyed the movie, but I've always enjoyed the Jurassic Park movies, but I never really got into collecting the toy lines of those.
Well, when I sold all my collections, I sold everything here a few years ago. I bought that first McFarlane Batman and that first McFarlane Superman, and they had I'll show it to you real quick. Just give me a second. You guys, this Rex right here is what got me sucked into the Jurassic World stuff. Because This is actually in scale with the 7-inch McFarlane figures. So what I intended on doing was taking this Rex and building just one big Batcave diorama, the 7-inch figure. This would be the Rex. I'm going to have somebody make me the penny, probably 3D print the penny. The Joker playing card, the multiple levels. The Batmobiles were relatively easy to come by. So this animal right here is what got me sucked in, because the more I looked at him, the more they started showing more dinos, and it was just like those things were just so cool. It's just like, I buy a dino, and then of course McFarlane just blew up, and then getting sucked back into the Joes. So I mean, as you can see, I'm surrounded by stuff again. But yeah, this is a healthy dinosaur, and if you take even this, just to give you an idea, even this Annie monitor, it's close to scale for a 6-inch figure. If you look at the arms, they're the same size. So this is a cool Rex to be in scale with those. And then Walmart did an exclusive one with sound, which I do have, which I never opened. But I kept that one, and then it just blew up from there. So, but I keep her around because she's just cool. The problem with it is it's a big, heavy figure. The body of it's very heavy, so the legs have gotten loose just from shelf sitting. So, and now of course, G.I. Joe stuff everywhere, and there's a table over there that's nothing but Rexes and Predators, and then there's big ones over here that you can see, the big ones, like that Dreadnoughtus that's 4 feet long, the Brachiosaur that's she's over 2 feet long and almost 3 feet tall. The Apatosaurus is over 3 feet long. I mean, they've made some really awesome stuff. I mean, so they're cool to look at. I swear most of the stuff is made up as far as what real dinosaurs are and everything else, but some of the stuff is very cool. And when we actually start with the comic book, we're going to be able to tell a really awesome story. So that will be cool.
That first little sneak bit y'all done was pretty awesome itself.
Yeah, that was just a teaser, and that was just we were putzing. He's getting very good with his forced perspective stuff and everything else. So we're gonna get going. Once we have, there's one set at Walmart, Jurassic Park set that I need. Once we got the 6-inch Chuckles, apparently this month, I have to get a 25th Zap from that 6-pack, that Assault on Cobra Island. And I have to get the Chuckles out of that same pack. Once I have those, we're gonna start rolling with that and be working on that off and on all winter. We're hoping to get an issue out every month for you guys, but we'll see. It may be a little delayed, but we'll see how things go. Hoping.
That one little thing one little teaser y'all done, I really enjoyed that. Kind of made the Outback look a little dark, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah, because I can tell you right now, the whole thing is going to be shot just like that. That it's going to be shot. It's going to be told from future Outback's perspective,
right,
back to '92, right. So as you can tell, if you guys haven't seen that teaser, maybe I can repost it. If you haven't seen that few pages of teaser, everything's gone to crap because I'll give you this tidbit. If you remember in Jurassic Park, Nedry meets with the head of a competitive genetics company, right?
Yeah.
Dodson.
He was just selling shaving cream, though.
Exactly. Right. So our twist on this is that I'm not going to tell you how, but somehow, some way, the G.I. Joe team gets involved because Cobra is involved with what Mr. Hammond is doing on Jurassic Island. And Nedry does not meet with Dodson. He's meeting with Zartan and doesn't know it. That's where we're going.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So And there's one big catalyst event in Cobra that's triggering this whole thing, why they're even remotely interested. So we'll tell stories all the way from the Arctic, all the way to the islands, to the dig site in Montana, and everything in between. We've got plans for the Defiant. We'll fit the Defiant into this.
That's cool.
There's going to be a ton of stuff going on. It will probably take to retell the first movie and set up the larger universe. We'll continue on. It's going to be it'll take us over a year to do the first story to get it all done.
I can see it now. The Defiant. Dinosaurs in space.
It'll be cool.
Dinosaurs in space, right? Or some kind of aliens for Joe's fault.
It'll be cool. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have Fatal Furies and Fatal Fuzzies or whatever they were called.
Yeah.
But I thought they started making those red dinosaurs, and it was just like, you know what? I can see that in the future. If Cobra had that technology, that they'd have CGs with red skinned dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And that I thought it looked cool. But I felt like an idiot. Rick makes this stuff look so easy. I'm out in the backyard lighting little tiny fires. I'm not kidding. Right? I'm lighting a little tiny fire to take pictures of Outback sitting there by a campfire with all the dinosaur skulls and everything else, and sitting next to that carcass. Yeah. And it's just like there's stuff hidden all through those shots too. You got to look for those. There's a human skull hidden in there. There's other dinosaur skulls and bones and stuff. That the meat hanging off the knife. That's a piece of Play-Doh. It just looked perfect. I mean, it was just, and I'm looking at this going, Rick makes this look so easy, and I'm literally out there crawling around trying to set up the stupid little, taking the phones, taking 500 pictures to get the one you like, and I don't know. It's a lot of fun, but he's going to end up having to. I've written it in my head. He's going to have to figure out. And that's been the point of this, to get him to start putting this stuff together.
Right.
That leads me to another conversation I was curious if you guys wanted to have tonight. And that's, I talked to Michael about this yesterday, and considering this kid and trying to figure out what we're going to do with him and everything else. 3D printing. Because I don't know if you guys saw this or not. Did you join that flag group?
Yes, I did.
Have you seen that guy down there in Brazil or Venezuela? Have you seen those flags that he's making?
I ain't seen the flags.
That USS Edgar, he calls it.
Mm-mm.
You got to check this thing. Go back through there and look at the ships that this guy's 3D printing. He's 3D printing basically flags.
Mm-hmm.
But the weapon system on these things, it's amazing. They've got the radar dome on the bottom of the hull. It's just absolutely amazing. Absolutely. I mean, the underneath the flight deck is lined with lifeboats, those pods. He's got a conference room. He's got all kinds of stuff going on. The entire ships are 3D printed.
Wow.
So I had contacted the guy. What's that?
I said, I bet those are going to be a pretty good penny.
They're over $2,000.
Well, I mean, not no more than a regular one.
No. So, and they're much nicer. I mean, and I just contacted him, and he put me in touch with a guy here in the U.S. that's selling some of his stuff. And this guy sells, blueprints, 3D, the 3D plans for. They've got classified series Rattlers, Sky Strikers, a Whale. They're working on a Terradrome classified scale. And I'm looking at this going, I'm really beginning to wonder if, in a way, if this isn't actually going to be the future of our collecting. Not immediately, but in the next few years, when the bigger companies kind of give up on these lines again, I'm really beginning to wonder if we just don't end up picking up where they leave off. And is 3D printing really the future of collecting? Because the sky's the limit.
Mm-hmm.
You can make anything or anybody that you want. And it's nowhere near as expensive. From what I was talking with Michael yesterday, it's nowhere near as expensive as I thought. to get into this.
Nah, you can buy a good 3D printer for $400 or $500.
Yeah, and it was just like, he sent me the link to one, and I just said, well, okay, but how much of a computer have you got to have to run one of these things? And he said, oh, you can do it on an iPad. It's like, well, that takes care of that. And I said, so what are these guys doing? They're scanning stuff and then just upscaling it. And he said, oh, that's exactly what they're doing. I said, well, that scanner's got to be, no, you can scan them on your phone. And it's just like, well, this is getting simpler and simpler. So I'm kind of thinking, and he said that they're recycling bottles, making their own plastic.
Yeah.
They're making their own filament. Yeah. And it's just like, is this the future? I mean, is this kind of the future of where all of this is going? Because let's stick with McFarlane. We're all griping and complaining we don't have a classic Wonder Woman. Well, I don't think we're that far removed from, I want a classic Wonder Woman. I'm just going to print one. I mean, is that the future of collecting? Is 3D printing, not necessarily buying, but making?
I don't think so, because
no.
A lot of people just don't have the interest to do the stuff. Are you going to be able to buy these things from people? Yeah. Are you going to be able to afford these things from people? Probably not. Because I've seen a lot of these things selling for, like, I saw a guy selling a Triple T tank not long ago, and he was wanting $400 for them. After they were because there is a lot of time in 3D printing.
Oh, huge. It's huge.
It takes a long time to 3D print this stuff. Yep. Then you've got to sand it down. You've got to clean it up, wherever your break points are. But you got to have supports to keep this stuff going.
Oh, yeah. It's like model building.
There's a lot of work into this, So I don't think so. Honestly, I don't, because it takes so long. All right, let's say you do sell Triple T tanks. Let's say that, and you sell them, and you get an order for $400 or $500, or $400 or $500 of them. It's going to take you a good 5 years to make all of those alone.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Anybody that takes orders on those numbers is crazy, because it does, like he said yesterday, it takes forever to make these things.
Unless they got a dozen printers working.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
But still, you've got to print a piece at a time.
Yep.
To put these together, and it takes a long time to print those. It takes hours, and I mean not 2 hours.
Oh no, tens of hours.
20 or 30 hours for certain pieces to print.
Yep.
So I mean, it's going to take a while, and there's going to be a lot of money involved in that. You got your power. Number one, your power. We all know how the power is.
Yeah, I know.
Then your filament. You got to have that. Whether you print it in resin or the poly stuff. I mean, I've looked into this, and I really thought about buying a couple 3D printers and printing stuff, but it's going to take a long time to do that stuff. A lot of the files, in order to get the files, they're not free.
Oh no, they're expensive. Some of them are very expensive.
Very expensive themselves to get, and then you've got to print them. And if people want them painted, you've got to paint them. And there's a lot to it. Mm-hmm. There is, and I just don't think people's going to do it. They're going to print them and sell them, and the guns. Heck, even people printing these guns nowadays. It takes a while just to print a couple of guns, a sheet. Well, they actually print them. When I've seen in a little sheet, and it takes a while to print those.
Right.
A couple, 3 or 4 hours just to print the guns.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you start printing a whole daggum classified Terradrome. Whew.
It's amazing. That I will tell you this: they're taking orders on the whale, and it's an upscale whale, and it is amazing. It's a classified whale. Does everything the original did, just a whole lot bigger. That's the kick. It's $950.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't even know what the Terradrome is going to sell for.
Oh, it's going to be $3,000 or $4,000.
It wouldn't surprise me if it is.
I mean, you said the guy's printing the flag type vehicle or ships for $2,000, and they're what, 3 3/4 scale?
Yeah, they're 3 3/4. Yeah.
So, and they're $2,000. So you can imagine, you print a classified series size of a flag.
Oh Lord.
$10,000, man. Easy.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah, you'd have no one buy
here right now can afford a $10,000 flag.
No, you wouldn't have.
Nobody's going to have anywhere to put a $10,000.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
I mean, you're going to have just one room alone separated for just that.
A classified
flag.
Yeah, a classified terror drone in this little room I'm in right now. It's set in the middle of it. Pretty much take up the room.
Oh yeah. Easily.
To be classified scale, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Just
easily.
think of it like this: the 3 3/4 inch. It's what one.
It's 1/18 scale.
1/18 scale.
Yeah.
So now you're going to 1/12 scale.
Yeah, you basically double it up. I mean, the way scaling works, if you look at it, it's basically it's a double plus.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you're looking at a 7 foot flag. The flag 7 foot long, 3 foot tall. So you're looking at 6 foot tall. That's as tall as I am, and 14 foot long.
Oh yeah.
That wouldn't even fit in my toy room now.
Oh no, I could get one. Well, I could get one in here if I did it diagonally.
My toy room is 13.6, and it is going to be 14 foot long. There's no way.
You'd have a hole cut. You all the end of it sticking out.
You can see the flag there, right? So that gives you an idea of how long this room is. You can walk all the way around my flag, which is actually kind of cool. But if it was bigger, absolutely not. I mean, there's just no. I don't even know who would have. I don't know who would have room for that. Honestly, no. The average house doesn't have room for that. I'm just curious, though. I mean, it's a thought because I mean, if it gets cheaper or if it gets faster or something, it's kind of a lot of these Kickstarters have been relatively successful, and these guys are blasting out prototypes on these printers before they go to China and beg for manufacturing contracts. You know, I don't know. I don't know. Could it be a fun, cool thing? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm thinking something to talk about. You know, it's an interesting thought. I hate this figure. Fix it.
Right.
You know.
We see them 3D printing heads, you know, and stuff. So I mean, it's things like that. I think, you know, as collectors, you can buy that stuff. Like you got the beanie hat for the snake eyes you're doing. Yep. I mean, it was what, $20?
Yeah, $15.
I mean, something like that. So I mean, that was just a head.
Yeah, but these aren't 3D printed either. Those are resin casts.
Yeah.
So I mean, and a lot of design work went into that because I mean, it looks great. I haven't been able to get down here and work on them, but I don't know, man. It's interesting.
That would be your key to 3D print one and then use it to make a mold to do casting.
See, I think that's
If you were going to do like to sell and make a mass quantity of them, you'd have to do it that way.
Right?
Yeah, you'd have to. But then again, you're looking at a huge mold for a whale.
Oh yeah,
because that thing is going to be every bit of, well, I mean, dragonfly size or better.
It'd be at least as long, a whole lot wider,
and it'd be probably nearly 1.5 feet wide.
Got to be.
And you're looking at least 3 foot long, 1.5 feet wide, and to the top of the back fins, you're looking at probably a good 12 inches on that, if not better.
Which one should I grab?
I mean, that'd be huge.
Hang on a second. Let's do it this way.
And then again, I think about these guys selling these, and they're selling them as whales, right?
What's that?
All right. I don't know anything about the licenses or anything.
Oh, I don't know anything about that.
You know, they're selling them as whales, G.I. Joe whales. How are they not going to get in trouble for that?
See, I think it's somehow there's this weird thing. It's like making the videos. You can use certain characters and stuff like that, but if you're doing it for
But this is a personal gain thing. It's kind of like a T-shirt.
Yeah, but there's this weird tribute thing that if you throw the word tribute in, I'm serious. It's just it changes all the copyright laws because then you find out we really don't have the copyright laws that you think. It's really bizarre. The whale, 3 3/4 whale is 19 inches long.
So you're looking at double that size.
At the height of the back of the fan shrouds, it's about 8.5 inches tall, and it's about 11 inches wide.
So you're looking at 22 inches wide, right at a foot.
Yep.
You're looking at 38 inches long.
I'm sorry, but that makes me happy. I don't know about you guys.
So, I mean, I don't know, maybe.
Now, here's the catch. $950. Right.
Is that painted or is that unpainted?
These were complete. These were painted the whole bit. These were done. These were completed, sent to you, limited edition deals. But I saw plans for classifieds, 1/12 scale night ravens with the drones, sky strikers. I mean, on and on and on and on and on it goes. But it's like you said before, a lot of the times the downloadable plans that you just plug into your printer, $145, $150 for these bigger sets of plans, rattlers and stuff, with like $100 to buy the plans. So I don't know, man. It's an interesting thing because I can see getting into it after the line is gone, right? I can see getting into it then to fill in all the holes that Hasbro just didn't get to. Because there's going to be holes, guys. There's no such thing as a perfect line. Every time something has come back online, so to speak, they've never really been able to complete it like the original line was. It's just an interesting thought. I'd like to see the technology get a lot better. Michael said that the thing now is they're printing in color. So they're not painting and stuff anymore. They're printing the parts in the color. I heard the same rumor on the Rattler. I just don't know. They said aircraft, so it's entirely possible. I don't know, man. I think it's just like I said. I was kidding, but I wasn't kidding. A 38-inch whale that makes me happy. That's pretty cool.
Well, yeah.
But it's not $950 cool. Don't get me wrong. We got to when the prices get real. But you look at the rate that everything is happening. It's bound to get cheaper than it is until it bottoms out, and then it's never going to get any cheaper because that, like everything else, too. But I don't know. Is it going to be the same Rattler though? You think? I mean, with the gunner behind the cockpit, and is it going to be the same Rattler, or is it going to be modified? I don't know.
Some guy was claiming a couple of weeks ago that he was 100% certain it was going to be a Rattler, but he said he couldn't reveal his source, so it still makes you want anybody can say that. So I mean,
I'm 100% sure it's going to be a Tomahawk, but I can't reveal my source either.
Yeah,
the source is the other two guys that talked to me at lunch, and there's no one else at the table. I mean,
yeah.
I'm
whatever.
sure it's going to be a snowcat because
I've heard snowcat too.
But I want a Moray. If I'm gonna shoot, let's shoot for a Moray.
Yeah,
I'm thinking a Thunder Machine.
Yeah.
They said aircraft, though. I remember hearing them say they were going to save the HasLabs for the bigger stuff
and larger ground vehicles.
Well, I just don't know, man. They're going to one a year. The ground vehicles are hard. One a year. There's a lot of ground vehicles that could be made now. You know,
but a Rattler is going to be bigger than a whale as far as width.
it would be wider, yeah. But that's scrawny little fuselage. I mean, it's not much different than the. Wouldn't be much different than the Dragonfly.
Yeah, but as far as wingspan and stuff
Yeah,
like
it would
that,
be a lot wider.
huge.
I think that's what the HasLabs are going to start going bigger because, like we talked about, they could turn around and take that hiss down, and strip it down, and release it regular release.
Yeah, and I think
So
that will end up happening.
I think they saw how well things were selling, and the Dragonfly proved to them, but people were willing to go bigger. So they're probably going to start taking things the size of the hiss and start making them general release or exclusives or something, and then saving the HasLabs for, like you were saying, the bigger, like the aircraft and things.
I'm still pulling for a Mobat, hopefully in the future. Let's discuss that real quick. Practicality wise, and comparatively to the hiss, is a Mauler a better tank to build than the Mobat? I mean, at least the Mauler held 2 figures.
Yeah.
The Mobat just had Steelers sticking up out of the top of it.
If they done the Mobat, they would
upgraded.
They would have to upgrade it to where you could take the top off and have seats inside. I would think,
like a tank. Yeah.
Like an actual
Yeah,
tank.
I mean, they'd probably do it to where you can at least get 3 figures inside.
Yeah.
That would be cool. It would have to be. It wouldn't be the same.
Your driver, your front machine gun gunner, and then your back tank guy.
Your reloader.
Your motor, or what's it called? Mortar loader.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So I mean, but that's still more of a Mauler than it is, in the series of tank. It's still more a modern tank. Mobat was an old design.
Yeah, I would like either one of them.
As long as we get Steeler.
I like both of them really, really well, really well.
They could do the Night Grizzly or the Grizzly, the 2000 tank that they done back during the
Valor was huge though, wasn't it? That was a really big toy.
About that big, yeah.
Yeah, but we don't want that. That was the one that had the gun, the handle on the back of it.
You pull the handle out, and it turned the turret and everything.
Turn the turret, and you could pull the trigger, and it makes sounds. Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, I remember seeing pictures of it.
Yeah,
a big.
Now the helicopter they did back during that time that had you press the button and the
wings
pop out, and you could sit there and launch like all 12 missiles just.
I have 2 of those.
Yeah.
Cool.
And one of those tanks also.
Yeah. The helicopter, I really liked it.
That was around the time they released the Rhino, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
I think I have one of those also.
Speaking of HasLabs, we ain't mentioned the airship, the mothership yet. Well, we talked about it before the show, but went and brought it up, all the pictures going around and all.
Absolutely not interested.
I'm interested, but it's absolutely out of the question.
Yeah, it's not this close to Christmas, no.
Nope,
there's no way.
Like it's like I said, $495, right? $495.
Yeah, $100 shipping.
Plus $100 shipping. Plus where I live here in this lovely county, that's 11% sales tax. So $50 in sales tax, give or take. That's $650.
Yep.
Which just flat out is not going to happen. I'm sorry, I'm serious. I would spend. This is going to sound foolish, and especially like we did the off-air conversation. It's not Hasbro, so if I was going to spend that much money, I'd spend another $300 to get myself a 38-inch whale.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Seriously,
I just don't like the Super 7 reaction stuff, man. I can't. I mean, if I want 5 points of articulation, I'm going to go collect vintage Star Wars.
Well, they're doing it. They're doing the mothership both ways. You get one O-ring and one reaction, so you can display it with either way you want it to.
Jeez.
Because they know people's going to want to put their O-ring figures in there.
The Vipers is coming with, or the add-on. It's just they're horrible, man. so ugly. They're just terrible. They're just like that. Oh, Valor versus Venom crowd. That's so ugly, man. They're terrible. I just can't get past it. I'm sorry.
I actually thought they looked good myself. They got flight helmets on. That's
They're stupid looking. I just can't get past how the body's okay, but that helmet just it's just.
The helmet looks a lot like the AVAC from the Terradrome.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you,
Timothy.
Timothy. Yeah. Everybody knows me. I'm a very honest person.
I love that they put the globe in there.
It is cool.
I mean, it's comic accurate. Or cartoon accurate.
I'm not going to say it's not cool, but the ship, the mothership alone is cool.
It's just out of the question.
Yeah, that's me. I mean, there's no way not right now.
The stuff you're going to get with is ugly as crap. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not. And they're what? How much are they for just that 5-figure set? $100 and something dollars.
$75.
$75.
Like $15 a piece, basically.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. No.
It's like buying a $75 turd.
You don't have to buy the add-on. That's just extra.
Yeah, but anybody knows me, especially if I buy one thing and it's got something extra, I gotta buy it. So I'm just gonna stay away from it. I ain't even looked at pictures really good of it.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to, you better do it by the 22nd, or you won't get the parachutes. It's the early bird.
Nope, don't want no parachutes. I got them in my skyscraper.
I looked at it. I did look at it earlier. What did they literally had just a few hundred, literally under 500 backers of the 4,000 in the first tier. I don't see it. It's just too expensive. No. They're way off.
It's just not the right time. I mean, it's just definitely not the right time.
No, it's just not. I mean, it would look wicked cool hovering, hanging over a Terradrome or something, but it's just no. I like I said, it's not a matter of don't like it, don't want it. It's just a flat out no, because there's just no way. There's just absolutely no way.
Let's see if I can pull it up and see where it's at right now. Pre-order now, $4.95. Yep.
And it's 32 inches wide. It's not as big as what I thought it was going to be.
Something. It's pretty. It's yeah.
I mean, 32 inches, but the Thunderclap's 36 inches.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even as wide as the Thunderclap is long.
No.
They've got 57 days left to go, and they've got a whopping 285 backers.
Yeah. Okay, that's what
and
it was.
That's just to get to the goal. To even get the ship is 4,000 backers.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then every tier is 1,000 more backers. Yeah.
So, what do you think about the Giant Man? You think that Giant Man has labs gonna fly?
I don't know.
I think if they'd have made him 15 inches instead of 24, it would have probably already funded. A lot of people just think he's just too tall. Because in the comic, he usually hung around between 12 and 15 foot. I mean, he could grow up to 100 foot. But in the comic, he usually hung around 12 to 15 foot range. And so if they'd have made him 15, 18 inches, I think he probably would have done better than making him 24. I think a lot of people just think he's almost as big as Galactus. And it's just, but I still...
Giant Man with 8 days left, he's just at 59% backer, so I don't.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not sure about that one.
And
I don't know if there's going to be a lot of aftermarket support running in there to buy up the rest to make it happen.
Well, you're not going to unlock any tiers because the first tier is 12,000 backers.
Yeah.
Second tier is 14,000.
No, but again, it just depends because, like I said, Galactus doubled its number in the last 3 days. It went
you got a lot more stuff with Galactus, though, you're
Yeah,
only
you got
getting
figures and all with it, but
a
but
zombie
practical
face plate and a scroll head. No, I don't see that happening either. I may be wrong, but
I think
game backers at the end like it always does, but I don't know if there's that many.
I'm surprised at the things that are still sitting on shelves. I really do think we've turned a corner with the economy, guys. I think we're going to start to see it more and more. I really do. I think somewhere in along the line of the last, I'm going to say 90 days, we turned a corner. And I don't think it's positive for any line of any manufacturer. I really don't. We're going to find out. I know it's not positive on the personal front. That's for sure. So, so I've been looking at a lot of the listings from McFarlane and going, nope. And most of them are repaints. And thankfully I don't have to feel bad about it. So, so that's that in a nutshell, I guess.
Yep.
I don't know.
We'll just have to keep an eye on things and see how it turns out.
That's terrible. That's still terrible.
Yeah, man. I tell you, I was really I have to say this. I mean, this, like I said, this Steeler. I was really eyeing that Steeler because I thought it was just it was such a
jeez. That's terrible. That is terrible. I'm really mad about my NECA Mothra here. Not a happy camper.
I'm telling you, these head sculpts are just, I mean, literally, just amazing. Just, you know.
You stop it. Well.
And I'm telling you, this add-on, the wasp is so small, you have to look really close, to see the detail in it.
Kick him out of here.
Yeah, look.
Okay, it's time to go to bed.
Let's have a moment of silence for my NECA Mothra here. And
that's terrible, man.
Two moments of silence for Emmeett because this ain't gonna go good. And then, to be fair, I don't know if he did it or not. It may have fallen and may have been something simple. A tile floor down here. If it fell just wrong, it may not even been his fault.
And bounced up under the table and everything he did really well.
Hide the evidence.
Yeah, like I wasn't going to notice it sooner or later, right?
He was probably hoping a lot later.
I feel sorry for him.
Wow. I get mad about a lot of things, but to be fair, that's pretty fragile.
Oh, yeah.
So. Okay, well, anyways. Anyways. Another week, another episode.
Another good time.
I don't know what's going on next. This coming up week, probably not a whole lot of anything. More stuff in the mail. We don't have any shows. We don't have any reveals coming.
I think next weekend's the show in Chattanooga, the Comic-Con.
I believe
Wasn't
so.
it right?
I don't know. I got Cub Scout camping next weekend, so with the little guy, so that'll be fun. But I'll be back. I was supposedly done at 11:30 on Sunday, so I'll be back here in time to do something. I don't know. Probably fall asleep.
Yeah.
Take a big old nap. What do you think? Let's shut this thing off. 2:03. 2 hours, 3 minutes, 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Guys, have a great week. Maybe next week we'll get somebody else that wants to jump on. We'll see. I don't know.
Yep. Well, hey, we'll see y'all next week.
This is terrible.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
Thanks for watching.